Hello nerds of this earth and welcome to Minecraft. This is going to be a build series where that's a stack to the top of the world, where I am going to firstly be building a sort of one-to-one scale of the Constitution class, otherwise known as the USS Enterprise from the good old 1960s show Star Trek. Recently redesigned by Discovery. That's all I have to say. Right, so I have, well, probably not enough concrete, but you know, I've got plenty of sand and gravel and lots of powder and other stuff. I mean, I had loads of stone, but then because I was going to do this a while ago, and then stuff happened, which meant I couldn't. And then there's been a new release by Concrete's thing, and I thought, concrete is a very slightly better colour for the hull of the Enterprise. Yet let's use that instead of all of the normal stone I've got. So I've spent the past sort of 4 or 5 days collecting all of this. It's been more like 3 days, something like that, 3 to 4 days. Anyway. Yeah, this is going to be a multi-part series where I build a reasonably one-to-one scale. I say reasonably one-to-one scale because if you look over here, this is where I've been sort of designing various ideas for deck designs. This would be the height of the ship. That's a thing I've made in the past. This would probably be the height of the ship. So that would be sort of the bridge. Obviously, this is all in a line because the bridge would more likely be over there rather than here. But anyway, so these would be the various decks, which are 2.5 meters long. And according to an image that I am using as reference image, all the reference images I'll link in the description, the deck heights are 1.5 meters. This being 2.5 meters. I mean, this being 2.5 blocks, half. So yes, and with 11 decks with a bit of stuff at the top and the bottom, which would be this. But the only issue here is that if I do it like this, it's very slightly too high because the thickness of the saucer is 32 meters, around about that. But this I think is around 37. So I might be making instead of a 1 to another number, I might be making a 1.2 to 1 scale model. Well, not a model, but like thing of the Constitution class. Then again, I also tried to design the bridge. This is just a basic design that's kind of rudimentary. And then there would be the bridge. That's basically not what it would be like. Also, this would be sort of the side. This is the original idea I had for the decks. Obviously, that would be filled in. But yeah, so you'd have like this is deck 7. This would be deck 6, and this is the front thickness of the ship. But it is slightly angled, which is a bit of an issue. And I have tried to make Trek ships in the past before, but they've not exactly gone too detailed. Like if I go into the secondary hull of this thing that I've made, I can't believe I actually made this. That's impressive. Anyway, yeah, so there's not really anything in this engineering section. And then if I go into the main hull, all I've made in this area is a lift. So this is my interpretation, or at least a few years, about a year and a half to 2 years ago, of a turbo lift. So basically, walk on here, get catapulted up there, boom, you're done. Marvelous. And then this was more of a TNG design with like the black wall, which is also a black wall. It's like living quarters that's very compact, so you can lie down and see the stars, even though I actually see over there because I make you sleep in Minecraft. But anyway, and then also I designed some other things like, oh look, here's the brig and Mr. McDude being like, yes, I have a head, and there's a small zombie issue. But yeah, then there's another place where you can just activate. There we go, and go up here. And there's the bridge, the captain that I placed there a moment ago, but yesterday, and yellow carpets, and it's so nice and multi-tiered, and there's the ready room and stuff. So that was a design. And then later on, I made this one over here, which, as you can see, hasn't really I didn't really do too much here. I just sort of made the transporter room as wow. That was apparently me trying to do an impersonation of the transporter. Anyway, transporting people with apparently no shoes. Interesting. And then if I just go over here, there's a conference room where you can actually sit down because I put minecarts in the chairs because apparently I was really detailed in that. Some banners, and then the bridge here with a really annoying door system where you can just sit in the chair, and if you have a light, you can sort of glitch in between there and be really low. Quite an open bridge, not really much going on here, and a nice sort of black stained glass view screen with lots of sea lanterns, which I might try and get because they're quite useful. They're quite nice. And they do actually move. I just remembered that. They have a animation. I quite like that. Anyway, yes. So basically, this is what I'm going to try and be doing. Obviously, I'm not going to be making out of iron blocks because that's kind of expensive. And also, what's in here? I think this is just a lounge area. Yeah. So these are just sort of things I designed ages ago. And yeah, lots of other stuff. That's this. Yeah. Basically, I should start building. Also, I like how the clouds move, because apparently I started this world really high up. So I could build underground and stuff. The ground level, of course, being 152. Anyway, moving on. Also, the world will be downloadable when I finish the Constitution class Enterprise. And then after then, say what you would like me to build, and I may well do that. And this will also be a mixture of both first-person and third-person construction work, depending on when I think it would be best to see in first person and third person. It's not going to change a lot, it's just going to mostly be, I think in the earlier parts it's going to be more first person, then it's going to be third person as I do more detailing and stuff. Also, I have a nice idea for designing the middle section of the hull. So basically I just get the hull up here and then deposit some water there, and then that will make all of that concrete rather than just going through the entire process of mining that and replacing it, mining it, replacing it, which would just take a long time. So yeah, although I am going to have to mine this now, so that's a small issue, but anyway, yes. So, to the time lapse, building thing, woods, yes, indeed, woods. I just thought I could create an entire hopper system underneath the ship, just so if I drop any resources, then I can just pick them straight up again. That definitely sounds like a terrible idea. You know when you look back at what you've just spent half an hour creating and you think, this is gonna take a while. Well, this is gonna take a while. You can see the shadows here. It's beginning to cast a shadow. Also, the render distance is a bit low because I thought, hey, let's lower it a little bit because, you know, these are going to take up a lot of processing power. I mean, I do have, technically, according to Minecraft, 12 cores, like 12 threads on a 6-core processor. So, it shouldn't be too laggy at all. But in case it is, if your computer doesn't have 6 brand new cores of new generation cores, maybe this isn't the best of things for you to download. Oh dear. That looks nice, and that just slightly goes into the rest of the water from the waterfall. That is totally how water works. I could nearly jump that. That's getting close. And now I am done. Oh, I'm not done yet. I've done 1 row. This is gonna be the Enterprise is quite big. That's the center here. That's quite substantial, and that's one heck of a. This is going to take a long time. Right then, time to do the other rows. It's taking me an hour to do this. I think it'll take a little less time. That seems to be getting higher now. Okay. Oh. Damn it! I took the water away from the thing, and now I can't get back up there. I need some more blocks. Damn it! Now I'm doing something smarter. I'm stacking using this, and then I will start a water stream so I can get back up here. But this, other than this one here, because I'm a fool, will all become concrete. See? Just see that going down there. Oh, that's amazing. Right, no, there we go. See? There we go, now it's respawn. Okay, also I will be using FOV for like, oh look, it's a wide angle, you know, if you're just like, oh, what's this over here? Ah, it's a thing. It does help with zooming. We just sort of have it like sort of I usually have around 85. I can't really see, let's say that shrub over there, I can barely see that, and then zoom in. There you see that a lot better now. It's not just like a couple of blobs of pixels, that's just an actual shape. So that's quite a fun thing too, and I think that's just how games work. I usually run at 80, so actually no, I usually run at like 90. Anyway, I'll continue with this. Well, I'm going to actually make this a bit of a less fully diagonal line. I'm going to make that a bit more straighter. Ooh, that was close to a death. Oh dear, also I need some slabs, so it's good that I came down here, I suppose. Okay, let's get that. I've not even done the first layer of the outside yet, and I've already taken about, you know, all of this. Oh god, that's gonna be expensive to make, but it's not just gonna be made out of concrete. This will just be the exterior made out of concrete mostly, other than some other small, more decorative colours, like some like yellow and red for the little thing on the secondary hull, and you know, windows and stuff. But this is going to take a while. Oh dear. My question is, stone slabs been in the game for quite a while. So, they're supposed to be, like, if you get any other slab and put the corresponding slab underneath it, then it will create, basically, the block that it was formed from, like sandstone or wood. But with stone, it just creates this strange, but still nice looking, weird thing that doesn't look anything like, well, doesn't mostly look anything like stone. So that's, unusual. Minecart with hoppers? That's a thing? Wow. Okay. That's good. Oh, that's nice to break that open, see the sun just hanging around, be like, yeah, I'm going below the sunrise now because I'm going to, you know, just go because the rotation of the Earth. Yes. I think that's going to have to do. I just thought of a terrible idea. After making this, making a bird of prey, making that attack this. Or maybe making the Reliant, making that... No, because that's exactly the same size as the Constitution. Oh dear god, no, I don't want to make a D7 after this. That's going to take so long. Oh, no. Oh. Am I really going to do that? Well, I mean, it depends. If you want to see me build a D7 firing full disruptor barrage at this. If you do, then right below. And if you don't and you want to see me make a other thing instead, like I don't know, car? No, I suppose I could. Gonna need to put a lot of lighting down here to stop mobs from spawning. That's gonna be, I think the hardest part is the size of this Constitution class sorcerer is so incredibly big. Oh, that's quite something. Well, balls. The iron pickaxe in your inventory hotbar thing is very much like the rail if it was rounded in your hotbar. It is basically exactly the same. God, this is big. I chose the Constitution class because it was quite small in comparison to something like a galaxy. But this is just huge. It's huge. How am I supposed to build this? How? Also, I feel like this is out of, like, alignment. I feel like this should be further away. Hang on. Oh. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. So if I step on that bit, is that the same? Is that just one block away, or is that one above me? Oh. Oh, no, that's good. That's good. Okay. Okay. And then what about if I go over here? I haven't designed it over here, so okay, I'll just skip that. Never mind the not quite fully correction thing there. I just decided I couldn't be bothered to use dirt. I kind of forgot about dirt as a as the scaffolding thing, but really this is fine. Right, just jump over here. Well, it doesn't take too long to get around the entire ship, and most of the time it's just going to be going that way rather than all the way around. It's just going directly somewhere. There's 11 decks in the saucer section. These are the two widest decks, 6 and 7. Right, so if I were to jump there, that would... That's not... This is quite possibly cocked up massively. Hold on. So if I just go up 3, 4, 5 blocks high, 3 away. Right, I'll do this over there and see if I've massively cocked up or not. 1. Yeah, there's been a cock up somewhere in development. Where did that go wrong? So this is definitely right by the fact this lines up. That doesn't mean that's right, but that's presumably right. So do I just do like one too many thing? Oh, I'm gonna have to inspect all of these now, aren't I? 2. Ah! There's an error. Oh, hang on. So there's... Is this where it errored then? So that could be the point where it failed. So I'll just mark that with that. There we go. Oh no, there's been errors all over the place. Oh no. And there'd be errors all the way back here as well, wouldn't there? Because the... Actually, what would there? Ah, no, I don't think there's actually errors here. I think this is far enough away, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. That's 2. That's 2 blocks away, and the other one's 3, I think. That's annoying. That's very... That's problematic. Oh, I'm not gonna make that. Good thing is, if I can still keep the majority of it as like a ceiling, perhaps. If I could create a floor for the interior, that would be ideal. But yeah, I could possibly keep the stuff already placed in the bad place or the wrong place as a sort of backup. Not as a backup, but as like a ceiling. So that could still be useful, just not massively useful. I got so far. I was on the last sort of quarter of the area, and I died quite close to a cactus. That could have been quite unfortunate. I just saw what these look like when they're in water. That's kind of interesting. Cool. Right, well, I'm going to just destroy all of these cactuses, or cacti, depending on your preferred statements of how the word cactus is sped. Said? Yeah, I can speak. Is that definitely gets thinner over there. Oh. Okay, so this one video so far has taken 9 gigabytes. 9.6 gigabytes of recording. Oh dear God, that's 9 gigabytes to record this. 9. I'm beginning to sound like a German. Oh God. 9. The 2 quarters. Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Whoop, 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 whoop. I like this, the turning. Oh, shit! Well, that's another few seconds of climbing for me to do. Or swimming, technically, I suppose. Okay, so that's correct. So this point is correct. So that's 2, and that's... Let's do so. That's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There appears to be no issue other than the fact there is a bit of an issue. Is it just down to the place where this is... Hang on, are these in the same places? This is just after the diagonal streak. Just after the... Has this been down to nothing? Oh dear, right, hang on. So, what's... There's definitely an issue over there. Probably. That's nice. Where, why, who, where, words have cocked up massively somewhere. Massively cocked up. Somewhere. So I'm going to assume this first row is correct. It's probably not, but I'm going to assume it is. Because I spent a lot of time making sure that this was right. So somewhere along here, there's something's wrong. Unless I'm just an idiot and I think everything's wrong even though it's not. I think I found it. I found it, yes. Hang on a minute, that's 2, but this is all 1. Wait, oh. Okay, I found it again. Wait, okay, so that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1. Then that is 2. Upload. Right. Right. There we go. There. Right. So no, that's something that now responds to corresponds to something. Right, that's is that the there's too much stuff in the way for me to know if that's wrong or right. 2. Aha. Right. 2. There's the first issue, because that's supposed to be a double 1, even although it's only a 2. Aha. Right. Right. So that's supposed to be just a 1, which makes all of this useless. Okay. Right. So we can use this as scaffolding. Free scaffolding. Okay. So I delete that, and then it's 1. That's sand. Okay, good. Right, I'm going to keep all of this and then just... Hang on. No, wait, hang on. That's pushing out that way more. Wait. You know what? I think I'm going to call this one episode. Because I've had about 3 or more hours of recording this. So I'm going to go. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please feel free to like, subscribe, and tell other people about this channel. Has gone horribly and check out my Twitter if you want to. And I'm going to start again from this side, and then just see what happens. In the next episode, I am going to be building. Nothing too bad happens. The next deck, but that'll be the second episode. Actually knowing that I should really need to render this, by render I mean edit and then render, because I don't have much time left. It's around, what time is it now? I failed. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed this, and goodbye.